Asia team and I had the incredible chance to sit down with a legend of global boxing. The British-Pakistani former professional boxer Amir Khan has been in Pakistan visiting his own boxing academy in Islamabad and then came to Karachi to catch a World Cup match in Lyari, of course. I think we should let the interview do the speaking. Here is our morning interview special with Amir Khan.
Amir Khan, what a pleasure. I didn't think we'd both have to come to Karachi from the UK to do this, but here we are. How is your trip going so far? What made you want to come to Karachi?
Yeah, my trip's it's going on really well. And what made me come to Karachi was, so I was in Islamabad, I was in Rawalpindi, see my family. I thought I'd come and see them. And then there was a wedding of friends.
Yeah.
Went to the wedding, and then I got a call saying that I got a group of friends messaging me saying, we want you to come to Lyari. You should enjoy the football. Now, I know that Lyari is so big when it comes down to sport because they love the boxing. So I know Lyari from boxing. I didn't know that they had this background of football. Then they started sending me some famous Brazilian footballers that I've attended here to see, to meet the fans and meet the people of Lyari. And I said, so when they showed me the fan zone, the place where they are showing the football with a big screen that Bilal Bhutto, the chairman, has gifted. So I think it's amazing to see that people love sport and the World Cup, especially an international sport, that the people of Lyari know about it.
They do, don't they? They call it mini Brazil, and I can see why. I mean, we've both spent lots of time in the UK, and the British football culture, as is a boxing culture, is strong. You know, they celebrate, they commiserate, they come out into the streets, and they live and breathe it. And
100%.
I didn't expect, and I'm sure you didn't either, to see this part of Pakistan.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really think that it's going to be like this in Lyari especially, because obviously you hear a lot about Lyari and how dangerous it is normally, or how it was back in the day. But then when you hear that they got so many sporting events, and it was funny because we was driving with our protocol through the streets of Lyari, and I saw people wearing like a Ronaldo t-shirt, a Messi t-shirt, and I'm like, wow.
Neymar,
the big Neymar fans as well. And then a couple of Brazil World Cup tops, and it's like, wow. And then you have the flags up on people's houses
and the paintings on the walls.
The painting, like, that is amazing. Honestly, like, if I was a football player, I would love to come and meet people like that, you know, the Lyari people, because they're never going to get the chance to ever meet this or see the person in real. So you either go to them, like, you know, with me, when I was a fighter, I was getting so many messages and people sending videos to people to get so that I can get to see it. It was about me coming to Lyari one day. They wanted to meet me, and they go, "Where can we come to see you? Like, we heard you're in Karachi." Like, so I went to them instead. I went to Lyari and make it easy for them because, look, we know that Lyari is not the richest state.
It has its problems.
It has its problems, exactly, and I didn't want them to ever suffer to do that. So I went to them and I did boxing events there. Went there one time with the Rangers, with the army and everything. And that's why it's always going to be in my heart that I have to be there for these people because they show me so much love and support when I go there. Like, honestly, it's hard to explain because
I feel quite connected.
I am very connected. Yeah, I'm very connected to Pakistan. I mean, you know the love you get from this country.
Yeah, you do.
I'll give you a little example. So I was I had boxed back in 2013. I had 2 fights back to back. I won one. I lost one, and then the second one I should have won, and I didn't even get the decision. And imagine 2 back-to-back losses. Now,
takes its toll.
Yeah, the UK press were killing me, destroying me. The world press was putting me down, and I was thinking, like, am I ever going to fight again? Then I had a hand operation.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking, do I ever fight again? Do I want it still? I came to Pakistan and it totally changed my mind.
It renewed.
Renewed all that love back for the sport. And I couldn't believe that, how much love people had. Like, you know, when someone comes over to you and he's crying because he's met you and he's kissing your hands, and I'm like, and he's so happy to see you. And I never realized that I had people like that in Pakistan that love me that much.
Yeah, I think, you know, one of the reasons perhaps for that is obviously because of happening in Korea, but also because boxing is really big in Pakistan, especially in parts of Lyari. You've got a boxing academy in Islamabad, so you'll know better than anyone. So to meet people who have done amazing things in those spaces is quite impactful.
Well, I guess so, yeah. I get that.
I wonder if you meet some of those people when you are, because we've got Islamabad, Bolton, Peterborough, Dubai. You've got a number of different academies. So when you're meeting the sort of upcoming generation of boxing talent,
and they've said that you've inspired us.
Yeah.
And they said and they come and tell you that you inspired them. It makes me so happy, honestly. Like, it's something that these guys they have nothing. They don't know if they're going to become a champion. Is he going to get the support to take them to that next level? But still, and when you meet them, you try to give them as much as you can.
Yeah.
There's only so much one person can do.
Yeah.
There's only so much. Like, if it was up to me, I'd love to build a big academy in Lyari. I'd build one in Karachi, build one in every major city.
What's stopping you?
You know, the thing is, it's a little bit government, really, honestly. Like, it's hard. You know, I get promised loads of things, and even though I am Amir Khan, you get promised a lot of things, and you've signed contracts and deals, and nothing gets done.
But you have managed to do it in Islamabad.
Yeah, I managed to do it in Islamabad, that's right. And then I went to, and that's with the sports complex. So I did that in Islamabad. I remember signing that off, and that's when Nawaz Sharif was in power. What a lovely man he was. Because he just, whatever I wanted that time, I should have asked that time, it would have all got done. Because he wanted to make changes that time. And then he showed me a place in Lahore, at the sports complex there. And we were ready to sign it, but then a lot of commotion happened when things happened and in politics, and that was going to get done. Since then, I've been back to these locations. I've seen look, what I'm trying to say is, like, there's so many locations in Pakistan, in all the defense, even in the sports complexes. They're empty. They sat there empty, doing nothing. And I've even given the opportunity to the Pakistan politicians that, let me come there and do something.
Setting up academies like that must mean that you think that there is perhaps the opportunity is that talent.
And the talent's there.
Yeah.
100%. Look at my academy in Islamabad. Now, Islamabad is a city. It's a big city. It's a capital, and there's going to be a lot of polished boys there. Now, boxers they come from, like, most of the top fighters in the world have come from hard backgrounds, all right, and they want to come out of that poverty and come and make a good life, and that's what makes them. That's where that fire comes in the belly, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
When you come from wealth or come from money, you're not gonna have that fire in the belly, you know. And that's why it might be a little bit harder to create a champion from Islamabad. But in Karachi, Lyari, how easy will it be to create one there? Because these people want to get out of poverty, so they will box to get out of poverty.
Yeah, it's a really good point that you make. To get that kind of need, it's a need, it's not a want. Like, you need a better life, or you need an outlet, or you need something bigger than
now, I'll give you another example. Like, why is Cuba, at one stage, Cuba was the best Olympic country in boxing for decades, and there was boxing. Why that is because everywhere you go in Cuba, there's boxing gyms everywhere. You walk, there's one in every corner. Literally. Same in America as well. America is so good in the professional boxing. When you say professional boxing, people say America. America has the best fighters. Every corner you turn, there's a boxing gym, and a good one. So imagine they had that here. Now, that'll keep kids off the street.
Yeah.
That'll give them focus and discipline. You know what I mean? And I think crime rate will definitely drop down, because people then will burn their energy into something positive. So I'm trying to teach the Pakistani people that this is what they need to do.
That's your message while you're here.
Yeah.
Now, boxing is obviously always going to be a huge part of your life.
Yeah.
You're teaching the younger generation.
Yeah.
You're still very much connected to it. But do you miss staying in the ring?
I do. I miss. You know, it's hard to say because I don't want to be punched again in the head. You know what I mean? Because I've got a family now. I've got kids.
Yeah.
And I want to be there for them, you know. It always takes that one punch to hurt you, and then it's never the same again. So, but yeah, I mean, if I could, I'd love to, and there's a lot of pressure as well on me. Like, every time I used to fight, you're not only representing one country, you're representing countries and all the Muslim people around the world. And it started to catch up and get harder and harder.
You've done a few interviews recently where there's been sort of talk about, is it bare knuckle?
Yeah, bare knuckle boxing.
Is there anything that would get you back into the ring? Like, if you could make a choice to go back into the ring now, what would it be for? Would it be that?
See, I need a fight that's going to motivate me. Now, bare knuckle I wouldn't do because it's something I've never done before. And I think boxing is always going to be boxing, and it's been around for hundreds of years, yeah. Like some Muhammad Ali, Tyson, and all that. And I was a champion just like them. But with bare knuckle, it's still new. It's still something that I don't know much about, and it's a bit ruthless as well. It's like a street fight at times. But I wish them all the very best. They're doing fantastic. And I do a lot of work with them on the commentary when I go back. But okay, I think if I was to ever get back in the ring again, it has to be with the right dancing partner.
Right.
Like
Who would you go for?
maybe like Manny Pacquiao or Mayweather. Yeah, they're the only two people I've like, because you need that. You got the right dancing partner, but then at the same time you've got the right style, and you have to have that hunger that you want to train hard to win this fight.
And also the professionalism, because that was another thing that I wanted to speak to you about. There seems to be a rise of kind of influencer boxing.
Oh, yeah.
And you've been quite open about speaking about this, saying, you know, you've got to be careful because one shot could be the wrong shot. And we saw one of is it Jake Paul that got into the ring, really hurt himself. And you kind of, you know, you talked about that at that time. So I wonder how you feel about that now.
So, you know that is, that's one thing look, till someone gets hurt really badly, they're going to then stop it, because these fighters, we've been training them. They want to fight guys that are professional and have been training for tens of years. They just come in after like maybe one training camp for like after 5-6 weeks and want to fight someone with no boxing experience. But respect given to Jake Paul. He fought against Mike Tyson, went the distance, beat Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
And then fought Anthony Joshua, someone more fresher, someone more his age,
and
ends up getting knocked out. And it wasn't really a bad knockout as well. And it shows that he's broken this and broken that. I mean, because he beat Mike Tyson, even though Mike Tyson was 65.
It gives him that boost, though, which is what you were talking about, is that you need that kind of, that energy, that good energy to make you want to continue 100%, doing it.
And AJ needed that, because AJ is like, he's probably beating one of my heroes.
It was risky for AJ.
Imagine the pressure, because AJ then is going to be like, he beat one of my heroes, so come on, you beat me. My age is more in his peak, but look, he won that fight, but it's happening a lot now because it sells. A lot of these YouTubers, like, I'd love to maybe do a show here one day, like one of the biggest Pakistani actors, maybe against one of the biggest Pakistani singers. People will come and do that. Imagine we said we're going to do a show, we speak to both of them, they agree. How easy will it be to sell that in, like, maybe at the Gaddafi Stadium or in one of the big stadiums here, or even in Lyari, for example?
Well,
you know what I mean?
We know there's a lot of boxing fans there. You've got little ones.
Yeah.
Would you recommend, or would you want them to get into boxing, knowing what you know after a successful career?
I would, yeah, because I think boxing has changed me as a person, changed my life, and give me a good life. Give me a lot of discipline, a lot of focus. So yeah, I would push them to boxing. But I wouldn't want them to take it to that next level like I did, because I've done that hard work for them, and I won everything, the world titles, and made enough money, so they don't have to take punches to do that. So yeah, but I'd let them try it, because the thing is, they have to. I want them to feel how hard it is and how hard I worked as well.
Yeah, that sort of ethic of working hard, and sport can give you so much discipline, and it shapes your character in ways.
It shapes your character, and also then it'll give you a lot of peace knowing that, you know, how hard your family are. Like for me, how hard I trained, and so yeah, I love the sport. Look, don't get me wrong, it's just, I'll never talk bad about boxing, but it's just that sometimes people do misuse it in different ways by doing the MMA versus a boxer, or boxer versus a YouTuber. You know, that's the only thing.
Yeah. What's your passion, your goal? What are you looking forward to for your kind of next 3 to 5 years of your life?
You know what I want to do, honestly speaking, especially in Pakistan. Look, I've started spending a lot of time in Pakistan.
Yeah.
I come here like 3-4 times a year now, maybe more. I try to come here every month now.
What's kind of made you want to come back here?
Because I know there's massive opportunity for me to help in the boxing. And there's so many good fighters here.
How do you do that, though? Because I spoke at the beginning about how there are a few hurdles that you think you haven't quite yet been able to overcome.
You know what? I'm slowly getting there. I think I'm trying to get the message out to everyone, and that this is what I want to do. And then I just have to get to work. I have to have the meetings with the right person, and then slowly, we're getting closer and closer. Yeah, I mean, and I want to do it in all the major cities. Look, I'm in talks with all the top politicians, all the prime ministers and the presidents and the army generals. But then it's about putting it together as a package and offering it to them. And you have to understand there's a lot that's been going on around the world with the war happening in Iran and India as well and Pakistan, what's been happening there. So all the commotion that's been happening, it's not the right time to ask or to start that.
What is it though? Do people need an escape? Do they need something to look forward to?
I wouldn't want to step on the toes of the army generals and Pakistan, to be honest with you, because they have a lot of respect for me, and they wouldn't find that quite disrespectful if I try to ask something when I know that they're going through a tough time now.
Yeah.
I have that respect for them, and I love the army. Don't get me wrong. Like Asim Munir, I think General Asim Munir is a lovely, lovely man. Also, General the DGC Faisal Nasir is a very dear friend. I mean, the Pakistan army are very close to me. Whenever I need anything done in Pakistan, any problems I have, but not really. I don't really have problems because everyone loves me here. But if there's anything I need to do here, they always support me.
Yeah, and those kind of contacts are
And they're
really
the people,
important.
as you know, like it's different to England.
Yeah.
You might know the prime minister, but you still have to go through the same process. Here's a little bit different here. You have to know the right person.
Well, I think after your visit to Lyari and perhaps after this interview, there's going to be a lot of people here that are excited about what might come next.
Yeah.
And might be looking to what's next. Now we've got a bit of a fun thing to do now.
Yeah.
Right. So obviously you've been spending more and more time in Pakistan. So you know better than I do.
Right.
We're going to play a match of either or. Okay. Which one would you knock out the ring? So Pakistani chai or British cuppa? Which one are you knocking out the ring?
Yeah, I'm so sorry to say this, but I'm gonna have to knock out the Pakistan chai. I do like a British cuppa.
Okay.
The normal tea bag milk, bit of sugar. Like it's simple, and people say you don't get the full taste of it, but I like it. It's something I grew up drinking.
You know where you stand with it. How many cups of tea a day?
I do about two.
Two. Okay.
Yourself?
Do you know what? I think I'd go for chai. I'm a big chai fan. Yeah.
Are you really? Wow.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Not so much sugar though, because they can be quite sugary.
They can be very sugary, and that's what I've had a lot of tough, like whenever I've experiences, whenever I've gone for chai, they've been very sugary, very sweet, and you don't want to disrespect them, and you end up just gulping it down, you know?
Yeah, I know.
So.
Right. Okay. Next up, cheese on toast or cheese paratha?
Oh, again, I'm gonna go for the British one. I'm so sorry. I am. I like a cheese toast.
Worcestershire sauce?
Yes, 100%. When you have that, but then I don't do ketchup. I do the Worcestershire sauce.
Okay.
But the cheese paratha is a little bit too heavy for me. A little bit more oily. But I like the cheese on toast because it has that little crisp to it as well. And I'm sorry again.
And you've got those boxing days of training and eating well. So
eating well and eating clean as well. And it's a lot easier to make as well. That could be a little bit of a challenge.
A bit of a challenge in the kitchen.
What about yourself?
I'm gonna go for Pakistan.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe it's because it's novel and new. And
yes.
But yeah, I've been loving those here. Okay. Sunday roast or chicken curry?
Okay, so I'm gonna say chicken curry is the one.
Yeah.
I'm not really a big fan of Sunday roast.
Okay.
I have it here and there in Dubai. And in England.
It's a big hot meal to have in what country, isn't it?
Yeah, and also in England as well. It's just too filling. Whereas chicken curry is the one for me. I mean, it's something I've been eating since I was young. I love it to bits, and you can make it. Obviously, my mum knows how to make mine exactly. How much spicy, so she knows how to make mine exactly the right way. So yeah,
you've got to make sure you get that recipe from her.
You know what? I had a chicken curry yesterday. Oh my
Here in
God!
Karachi, was it a good one?
I've had chicken curry and a lamb curry, right? And the chicken I had here, I swear it was probably the best chicken I had with a bit of powder on it. That had.
No, I haven't been to that.
Okay, Laziz. So listen. Okay, it's on the list, but you know the thing was when I drove. Cafe Laziz. What happened was it's in a market street. It's in a street where so all the markets are there, and you would look. It's a hole in the wall.
Were you a bit nervous thinking?
No, I had about 20 man with me. I had like 20.
As in, how's the food? Didn't make the tummy.
No. I know that. You know what happens? I think it happened to me last. I see. This is where my wife always has a go at me because you don't care. You go anywhere, you eat anything, and I get a really bad stomach, and then I'm dying. But luckily, I've been okay this trip,
Okay, good.
and I think my immune system is getting stronger, so I'm okay. But yeah, Laziz, go check it out. I had the best chicken and the best Karachi there. I swear to God, even when I was full, I was still like eating it. People are taking pictures with me, and I've got one hand there, and I'm eating. I'm taking a picture with them. Like it was crazy. Like it got really busy, but a lot of people wanted to come see me, and like the shop ended up getting full.
Yeah,
like
cool.
that kick people out. But one more place as well I want to try here
I'll go on then.
is I don't know the name of it, but I saw these stalls with like fish, big fishes.
Oh.
You know, like they have the sea here, not far.
Oh, is it maybe by the port?
I
Port
don't know.
Where is it?
Yeah. So there was like all these tables out, and they have them out there that we cook for you in a big red hot. And I was like, oh, I can do one of them.
Yeah,
But then if I go there, I'll get hounded. I won't even come back in. Like, I won't even get a chance to eat it. So, but no, it's just that because people just
They swarm. They're
swarm,
excited to see
and they're
you.
excited to see me. Yeah. So you never get to enjoy that. I like to just be myself one day, and like I could never walk down Lyari like that because this was in Lyari where I saw the fish area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know that one.
yeah, but it's not so much you might want to walk, but it's a little bit, yeah, it'll be a little bit difficult to walk there, but still. And I don't like walking around places like that with security.
You prefer just going yourself?
You know why? Because I think it gives a bad example.
Mm-hmm.
But you need it.
Yeah.
But still, it's not nice because they're pushing people away, and it's their job
Yeah.
to do that. But I don't like upsetting people, and then they think that you've done that.
Yeah. There's a huge population here in Karachi, and you know when people get excited, you can be up against a lot of people. Don't you know?
Did you see yesterday when I was leaving the? I don't know if you saw the videos of the football last night.
I saw lots of videos. Oh yeah, when you're leaving.
When I was leaving, like it got crazy. I swear that my friends had to come and grab me.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it was crazy. Like, I didn't want to. I tried to give everyone a hug and I touch and say hello to them, but I couldn't because I felt bad for people. Yeah, it was hard. Anyway,
Right,
sorry.
next one. Pakistani hospitality or British punctuality?
I like the Pakistani hospitality because it's different as well.
Very
You know,
cool.
it's very warm and how are you? And it's like, I mean, look, yeah, I like the British punctuality. Don't get me wrong. But I like the hospitality that Pakistanis give because we are so loving people. You know, the thing is, like, we'll have anyone in our house.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the type of guy that I'm in my house in Dubai, and I'll have guys from all over coming in the house, and every day.
You can have a queue out your door now. You've got to be careful what you say.
No, but I'm not loving that. I'll always call them in, regardless. Even if they were like fans that want to come for a picture, I see them outside. I say, come inside, come have a cup of tea with me. So I'm that type of guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you've got some of that Pakistani hospitality in you.
100%.
And a bit of punctuality.
Punctuality, yeah, I'm always on time. I'm like, obviously, I was on time with your interview. I was early.
You were early. I was late. I've adjusted to Karachi style.
Yes, and you exactly. So we saw.
Okay, being punched in the face or an angry Pakistani auntie?
Being punched in the face was probably easier. An angry auntie. We just, because I don't like upsetting people. So I'd rather just get punched in the face or give a punch to her face than have an auntie shouting at you.
Fair.
Or you shouting at auntie. Yeah, it's not nice. And I don't like seeing stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm a quiet guy. I'm very calm. I don't like drama. I don't like. I just. Punch.
Yeah, you'll take one for the team.
Take one for the team.
Okay, Karachi or Islamabad?
You know, every time I go to Islamabad, it's always different and it's always changing. And then every time I come to Karachi, it's always different and changing. I have to say, the food I've had in Karachi is better.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, it's hard to say. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
But Islamabad for me, because I've got a little bit of the peace and the wider roads and the more space for me as a person. I prefer it that. That's what I prefer there. So I give that a 50-50 really, because they're both lovely, but it's sometimes I like to be away from like the busyness as well.
There we go. Amir Khan, a fan of cheese on toast and a British cup of tea. That brings us nicely to the end of the show. Thank you for watching Morning Asia. I will catch you tomorrow. Goodbye and Allah Hafez.